Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons Mazda. We have got a very special car to show you today. This is a 2019 on a 69 plate Mazda 6. Now this is the range topping GT Sport Nav Plus specification. Has the 2.2 litre diesel engine, produces 184 PS. Finished in a colour called Soul Red Crystal, which I think you'll agree looks absolutely glorious on this car. It's a colour that's sort of synonymous with Mazda now, really. We have been offering this colour for a number of years, and it suits every car that it goes on, but it does look particularly nice on a Mazda 6. This is a car we know very well. We sold this car not from new, actually. It was registered to our dealership, but then supplied to the previous owner, having covered about 100 miles, and he has had it ever since. Is placing an order for a new car, but was actually in a position where he could let this go a little bit sooner. Had access to another car. We'll come on to that in a moment, and you'll see why the mileage on this one is so low. Was able to part with this one a little bit sooner, and we're delighted to be able to offer this car for sale. These come to the market so rarely. I can't probably count on both my hands the amount of Mazda 6s we've had in stock in the last 2.5 years that I've been at this dealership. We just don't get them, and we certainly never get them in this condition and in this specification. Now the diesel, I don't understand why, wasn't particularly popular from new. I can't understand why. It is a tremendously gutsy engine, has loads and loads of low down power, but it's a very linear feel to the power delivery in this. So I mentioned 184 PS, but loads of available torque, and it just keeps pulling. So you get that sort of nice surge of power up to 50-60 miles an hour, and it doesn't relent. And it just keeps going. It's silky smooth, it's very quiet for a diesel. It does run AdBlue. If you've not had AdBlue before, we'll come on to that a bit later to explain how it works. And a manual transmission. And Mazda are very good at manual gearboxes, and this car is no different. It really is a delight to drive. Now the GT Sport Nav Plus part of the car. So Mazda added a GT to the Mazda 6 lineup at the very end of 2018 when they facelifted the car and updated it. And boy, what a specification it is. And even today, 3 years on, it still has so much on it that you just wouldn't expect a Mazda to have. It really is a contender to some of the premium brands. So you'll see here, you've got rear camera. A huge amount of space. This car is over 5 meters long in total length, so you probably can't even appreciate just from a video just how far back the boot goes, but it is absolutely cavernous, and a huge amount of usable space. You've got these release levers here to be able to fold down the back seats. Actually under the boot floor, I will show you, just at the very underneath this section here. There you go, you've got the Adblue Tank. So this is something, if you've not had it on diesel before, it's really easy to use. All you have to do is top it up. It lasts for about 11,000 miles at a time, and it only takes a couple of litres of fluid. And it causes a chemical reaction in the exhaust to ensure that the car doesn't release any horrible emissions. You've got those dual exit exhausts, which look really smart on this car. They're really decent sized and they look very stylish. These lovely 19-inch alloy wheels, all wrapped in Bridgestone tyres, as you'd expect. That's what the car's issued from new. And you're greeted with this beautiful light stone leather interior, and it looks glorious on this car. The interior of this Mazda 6, when they released it, was a real step on. They didn't just do like a facelift from the previous Mazda 6, they did actually change the seat squabs, the material used to make it, the style of the seat. This particular car has something that I am a huge fan of, and that is a dark headliner. I think that looks really nice, really adds to the sort of premium feel of the car. Now, being a GT, you'll notice in this centre armrest, not only do you have USB connectivity in here for anybody in the back, but the rear seats are heated. You've had heated seats in the front of cars for a little while now, but in the back, that is an incredibly rare thing. Fans in the back to keep rear occupants cool. And the leather and this sort of suede finish extends onto the door card. It's a beautiful place to be, and the finish of the car is just glorious. Keyless entry on the door there. You'll notice this, as soon as you go to get in the front, you've got 8-way adjustable electric seats that does all your height, your forward, your back, lumbar support, memory function on that seat as well. So if you've got more than one driver in the household, it's going to save any arguments. Jump in, and as I shut the door, you've got that same suede finish across the front of here. It looks really lovely, and that beautiful light interior. It really is a lovely place to be. This is something you also only get on a GT. This is Japanese Zen wood. It's something they only offer on this car, and it looks really stylish. Actually, it's very subtle. There's quite a process to making it. I'm familiar with the full process to do it, but it's a really lengthy process to make this wood, so it's lovely to have it in the car. Have a push button start here. Just have to dip the clutch. The car comes into life. Now the part I haven't mentioned so far, the mileage of this car. So this is a 3-year-old car now. It's over 3 years old. We saw it on the, I think, 24th or 25th of September for its first service in its MOT. And yes, you can see there, it has covered 7,437 miles, which is just nothing for the year. As I say, the customer had a couple of cars in the household, and this was the car that was used for the longer journeys and those trips where they wanted to go in a bit more comfort and needed a bit more space. Automatic lights, you have the Mazda adaptive LED lighting system. There's some very clever information on that online if you want to have a look at how to use it, but it turns off individual LEDs as you're driving along. Automatic wipers, radar cruise control, so that's a laser guided system, controls for Bluetooth, hands-free phone and stereo. Multimedia system here, you'll notice has the facility for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This is, I think it was around when they updated this model in 2018 that they added this to the standard spec of a Mazda 6. It really is an awesome feature. You're able to use a whole host of apps from your smartphone through this multimedia screen. It really is very clever, and something that a lot of manufacturers charge you quite a bit more money to do. You also notice you've got DAB digital radio in here. Fully integrated navigation system. You don't have to be plugged into your smartphone to be able to use this. And something that was specific to a GT Mazda 6 at the time, 360-degree view camera. So you've got your reversing camera here, but you do have that bird's eye view of the car, which is really good and actually quite well shown here. That when you're parking between white lines, it's really easy to get the car sort of perfectly straight and equidistant to each side. It is a really good feature, and yeah, you've got to try it to be able to appreciate how good it is. Climate control air conditioning, of course, that's dual zone. You have heated seats, heated steering wheel and ventilated seats. So if you've got the seats up here to keep you hot, this is to cool you down. Really clever feature. When you turn this on, you basically have a fan in the back of the seat here and in the base, and it draws the air through the perforations in the leather to cool you down. It's a bit of a misconception. Everybody believes that the best time for this is on a super hot day when you get in and the leather is warm. Its actual benefit to me is when you've been on a good drive, for over an hour, and you're getting a bit warm and your back's getting a bit sweaty. You put this on to take the warm air away from you. It really is very good, and something that they only put on the GT specifications of the Mazda 6. And also, while we're in here, I'll show you my favourite feature of this car. So it has an incredible BOSE Stereo. You have a feature here called BOSE Centerpoint, which you can see lit up, creates a virtual surround sound experience of the car and projects the sound from the middle of the car. It is a incredible stereo. I run out of superlatives talking about it. If you get it to volume 50, the whole car shakes. It really is incredible. The sound quality is perfect, and because of how well soundproofed this car is, you've got no loss of that noise. You really can appreciate it for everything that it is. It's brilliant stereo. I'll turn the car off. So as I mentioned, the car has been serviced. You notice there it's an all digital dash in the centre there. The car was serviced and MOT'd by us towards the end of September. So it's wanting for absolutely nothing. Came through our workshop, passed with flying colours in terms of MOT and service, as you'd expect for a 7,000 mile car. But if you're looking at anything in this saloon segment, in any of the premium brands, be it BMW, Audi or Mercedes, this really is a credible contender to anything from them. It's a fabulous car to drive, and so quiet, so comfortable, and it's a bit different. You know, you don't see loads of them on the road, and I think that's part of the appeal for me. If you've got any questions about the car, you'd like to arrange a test drive, do feel free to give us a call. We offer nationwide delivery. The car will be supplied with 12-month parts and labour warranty supplied by Mazda, and the full finance facilities at the dealership as well. So if you've got any questions, please feel free to pick up the phone to us. Thank you very much for watching. We hope to hear from you soon. Cheers then. Bye.